Yes. But in the real world, how soon do you...
It's NBA basketball, and let's go.
Thank you.
Thanks, David. You can tell Butler has a good head on his shoulders, an elite talent in this league because of the hard work he puts in. Hey, Brent, right off the bat, we're already seeing several big-name rookies struggle a little bit. Talk about the adjustment going from being the star player, the guy on your college team, to becoming, initially at least, a contributor in the NBA.
I think it's difficult, the mental adjustment for a player to come to practice and do all the things to prepare for a practice and then work extra either before or after practice, Kevin, and then go to a game, put on your uniform, and sit. It's just not something that they're used to. They haven't done it for 10,
right.
oh yeah, or 10 or 12 years. And so it's important to have three things at that point, Kevin. One, a coach that continues to tell you what you need to work on. Two, an assistant coach that works with you daily on the things that the coach has told you about. And the last part is having a veteran guy.
Oh, man. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Joseph with the ball. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. Rivers a screen on Frazier. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You can see the timing there.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't hold that one out in the course of an actual game. Frazier kicks to Butler. And Black Hole's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is New York. They trail by 7. Frazier with it. Picked up by Joseph. Frazier kicks to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Joseph. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Joseph against Frazier. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
But he also has that innate ability to just create enough separation. It's a nice move.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Joseph, the pass to Beatrice. Now Joseph. Pass to Wolf. 6 to shoot. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. The Beast, Scott 7.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Frazier kicks to Butler. A fadeaway. He doesn't hit that one. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
What I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Here's Wilkes. Shoots over Frazier. And Charlotte again with the buckets.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one. And that offensive execution also was lacking.
Now, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brett, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, and coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Rivers a screen on Frazier. The pass to Beecher. Lee outside. He kicks to Joseph. Jacks up a three. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Joseph leading the charge. Hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. Lee outside. Back to Joseph. Passes it to Wolf. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Joseph dishes to Lee. Trains it from beyond the arc. Lee's got 9.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. And you look at Joseph, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Blackwell. He's doing even better. Another guy that's having a great scoring season.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Joseph, that's... good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Screen by Porzingis. Frazier with it. Picked up by Joseph. Here's Houston. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off-season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Collins checked in for Campbell. And Starks is subbed in for Butler. To the paint, here's Dio. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Hornets lead by 20.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside. And even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for New York. And the basket by Starks.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Here's Dio. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Brand. Back to Joseph. To the wing right side. Here's Wolf. An easy layup after coming off the pick. The Beasts got 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Frazier kicks to Porzingis. Back to Frazier. Starks outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. No good there. Great D that time from Brand. The drive by Lee. Now here's Joseph. He has 7. Screen by Brand. And a wide open look for Lee. No good with the triple. Knicks trail by 20. Frazier kicks to Collins. Pass to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. A shot by Starks, no good.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And the contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Frazier. And a switch here also for Sharp. Campbell, he's checked in for Joseph. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The feed to Hardaway. Kicks to Collins. The dish to Livingston. Collins, a screen on Kemp. Shot clock at 5. Steps back and fires. Livingston, that's good.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Here's the Beast. 23 points for him the last game against Washington. And here is Campbell. Here's the Beast. They set the pick. Here's Lee. Pass to Wolf. Over Hardaway. And again, the Hornets missing.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Back to Starks. Collins against Lee, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for Charlotte.
And their guards have led the way in that regard. The ball is in their hands, and credit to them. They're not just looking to get shots up. They're of the mindset to create great looks for everybody.
There's a good screen. Porzingis against Kemp. Now the pass to Big Dog. And it's Lee penetrating. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And there it is for him. Big Dog's got his second basket of the night.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. New York needs to get off a shot. Releases. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
There's a testament to Porzingis and his natural feel for the game of basketball. Makes the extra pass.
Campbell with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Over in the corner, Lee. The screen from Campbell. Here's Garcia. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the night. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lee against Collins. And Garcia kicks to Brand. Shot clock at 5. And then Brand with the dunk.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
It's so nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And a guy who seems to improve every season.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody.
It's hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
On the court for Charlotte, they've got the Prophet. Big Dog is out there with Big Cat. Then it's ABC, and it's Campbell in at the 1. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4, and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
And New York making a change here. Camby's checked in. Now Garcia. A 17-point game for him in the win against Washington. Campbell's shot's good. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Houston.
Now here's Livingston. He's got 6. Feeds to Butler. They set the screen. Back to Livingston. 6 to shoot. Over Campbell. Hornets with the rebound. Dishes it to Garcia. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Hornets, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. So many great point guards in the league right now, guys who can do much more than just facilitate. Brent, how has that position in your mind evolved over the years?
I think watching these point guards play, Kevin, and their ability to score the basketball has been remarkable. There have been guys throughout the history of the league that have been tremendous scorers at the point guard position, but now with the emphasis on three-point shooting and less about point guards' traditional role of setting up the rest of the team, that's why you're seeing such dynamic play from that position. Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
Here's Dio. And here is Campbell. Outside, Garcia. Out to the right wing. Brand sets a screen for Garcia. Poked loose. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. He had a nice open look right there. Butler's got his first 3 points of the game.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Campbell with it. Pass to Big Dog. And Garcia has it in the corner. Five on the clock. Pass to Lyons. Screen by Brand. And the call will go against Big Cat. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. And then for Charlotte, Rivers comes in for Big Dog. And B-Train subbed in for Big Cat. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Joseph, he's checked in for ABC.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Joseph. He's coming off and excellent season. He averaged 32 points a game, 15 assists, and over 4.5 steals a game. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Love that versatility.
Here's Butler. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Butler's got 5 points so far.
And it's clear why Butler is a top-tier talent. Just remarkable at draining difficult shots.
Now Joseph, he's got 7. To the left side wing. And stolen by Butler. He dishes it to Frazier. And he makes good on the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Joseph. And Garcia has it in the corner. Charlotte calls timeout.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now. A big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal. Due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team. That approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
Frazier dishes to Butler. And stolen by Garcia. Here's Wolf. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
There's a screen. Here is Frazier. 17 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense. Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Here's B-Train. 9 points last game out. To the middle. The pass to Wolf. He feeds it to Rivers. And here's Garcia. He kicks it to Joseph. Just 5 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. Joseph's got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. So it's the Knicks now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Can be the screen. Here's Houston. He has 7. Here's Butler. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 22. Garcia passes to Joseph. Butler against Garcia. Back to Joseph for the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Joseph's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Butler kicks to Frazier. Screen by Porzingis. Frazier the pass to Porzingis. And it's lights out with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
They can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Starks checked in for New York. Lee's checked in for the Hornets. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Rivers a screen on Frazier. Back to Joseph. There's the pick. To the right side. Lee outside. Baseline jumper. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 11 points in the game.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you can try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Here's Porzingis. It's deflected. Joseph with the ball. 12 points for him. Frazier outside. They need this. It's rebounded by Charlotte. B-Train's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Joseph dishes to Lee. Back to Joseph. Pass to Rivers. Over Camby. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Frazier kicks to Starks. Camby a screen on Lee. Starks against Lee. It's tipped. They retain possession. Here's Frazier. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Frazier's got 11.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Frazier against Joseph. Pass to Wolf. Back to Joseph. Lee outside. Puts up a 3. Nice D from Frazier.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first. Nothing in the second.
It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Hardaway's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Here is Frazier. He's got 11. John Starks on the wing. Covered by Lee. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Camby's got his first 2 points of the night.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. There's the dish to Lee. Down low. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Just 5 to shoot. Joseph, the pass to Wolf. And the 3-ball is good. The Beasts got 5 points in the quarter.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
Camby got a piece of it. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. For New York, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. He doesn't get the second one. Charlotte has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Out to the right wing. Now Joseph. He's got 12. Up off the screen.
Oh,
that's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Powerful. I mean, I'm amazed there's still glass in that backboard.
Greg, look at the bench. The entire bench out of their seats.
Well, that's their guy right there, Kevin, taking down the house.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Hornets on top, opening up a huge gap. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Their perimeter shooting has made the difference in
Halftime.
And as we return to New York, a panoramic vista of downtown Manhattan taken from the observation. New York shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Frazier. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Camby. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Houston at the 3 spot.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
Here's Rivers. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Exactly. That's the kind of possession, ending with an easy one right at the bucket that you love to get early on. Builds confidence for the entire team.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Beachman. On the wing, Lee. The feed to Joseph. So the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wolf. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The Beasts got 21 in the game. And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
Wolf passes to Joseph. And Camby over to help. To the wing right side. go. Here's Joseph. He's got 14. Here's Rivers, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Frazier. Great showing for him last season. Second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And looking back at his #2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
There's the pass to Houston. Can be the screen. Houston, the pass to Frazier. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Here's B-Train. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Back to Lee. Fires the three. Knocked loose, and the foul on the monster. That's foul number 2 for him. Foul checked in for New York. New York calls timeout. You look at the Beast, he's really been playing well.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Hornets.
And you look at the chart, and you see they have done a lot of their damage in the mid-range game. So often teams will try to force everything at the hoop or only rely on the three to score, but they have seen what the defense is giving them and taken every open look they found.
Here's Frazier, and it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lee, back to Joseph. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wilkes, off with the layup.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Butler kicks to Collins, feeds it to Frazier. Stolen by Joseph. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brent?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Butler dishes to Frazier. Releases from 15, and the shot goes down. Frazier's got 13 points.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And here is Joseph. 20 points for him. Lee outside. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. You look at Lee, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, the beast right on his tail. Another player that shoots extremely well from the free throw line.
And how about the work both of them put in from the foul line? Just such a consistent, dependable performance from both.
Kicks to Joseph. Right side, Lee. Back to Joseph. Inside, here's Wilkes. There's Lee with the three. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And when the D is this non-existent, It's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Frazier the pass to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, and Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Lee outside. Right wing. Here's Wilkes. Passes it to Wolf. Five to shoot. Dishes it to Lee. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Frazier left side. He dishes it to Butler. Shoots a fader. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 4 assists now tonight.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Lee with the ball. He's got 16. He feeds it to Joseph. Jacks up a 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Frazier kicks to Butler. They set the screen to the paint. Collins passes to Porzingis. It's deflected. Lee has the open look. Nails the wide open jump shot. Lee's got 18 points.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Butler dishes to Frazier. Pass to Houston. Porzingis against Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Jimmy Butler. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here, because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Frazier kicks to Porzingis. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
A little shiftiness there in Porzingis' game as he welcomed the contact and then converted on top of it.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Knicks. Livingston comes in for Frazier. Garcia, he's checked in for Charlotte. Campbell comes in for Joseph. Pass to Campbell. Now Garcia. 7 points in the game. Campbell, the pass to Garcia. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 9.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Here's Hardaway, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Charlotte has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Over to the wing. Now here's Lee. 18 points for him. Back to Garcia. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Garcia. And here's Livingston. 6 points for him. The pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Brand. Here's Dio. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Livingston, no luck.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Hardaway has got 5 now. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Here's Campbell. Lee with the ball. He kicks to Garcia. It's stolen by Livingston. Here's Starks. Good D by Lee. And with the height that Sean Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of him. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sean does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16 foot range where he does most of his damage.
Marcus Camby. He's checked in for Porzingis. Camby dishes to Livingston. Shoots over Campbell. And that one comes up a bit short.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Here's Lee. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And both free throws good for Lee.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Camby the screen. Hardaway from outside. The Hornets pull it in. Big Dog's got his 4th rebound in this one. Timeout.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Here's Lee. 24 points for him. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Hands it from downtown. Garcia's got 15 points.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
Hardaway up top. Here's Collins, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
You like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets, able to put on a show for the ages. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
No, they getting wide open looks. They feel like this is a shooter.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Charlotte shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Campbell is out there with Lee. Then it's Big Cat. Then it's the Prophet. And it's Big Dog in at the 5. A screen from Campbell. No one near him. No good from Lee.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
Sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Hardaway against Garcia. Back to Miles. Lee with the steal. Garcia goes in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Clock at 6. Livingston kicks to Booker. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got his 3rd assist on the night. Hey, Brent, when you look at the All-Star balloting, it's amazing how many worthy point guards have to be left off the roster. How'd the league end up with so many great players at that position all at once? It's an amazing story.
It has been an incredible crop. I mean, really the golden era of point guards. And the one guy who I feel really badly for over the course certainly of the last 5 or 6 seasons is one Mike Conley. Any coach in the league would take Mike Conley at the drop of a hat, yet he's dealing with, over the course of his career, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Tony Parker, Steve Nash, Chauncey Billups, Chris Paul. Should I go on, Kevin? It is a very, very tough position.
Those names, it says it all.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Back to Lee. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's Miles on the wing. And the 3 ball is good.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Passes to Big Dog. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Now Garcia. Back to Lee. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Outside, Garcia. Second shot opportunity. Out to Lee. Back to Garcia. Over in the corner, Lee. Over Hardaway. Charlotte gets it back. Snatched away. Now, here's Livingston. Here's Campbell. Not a piece of it. They recover it. Outside, Garcia. Back to Lee. Launches a 3. The shot comes out. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Here's Higgins. Campbell defending. 6 to shoot. Booker with the screen for Hardaway. Over Lee. Hardaway, no good.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Kicks it out to Garcia. They swipe it. Fast break. Here they come. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Charlotte calls timeout. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple years. That's really helped the league to see those two teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
Rivers kicks to Joseph. Rivers a screen on Hardaway. Joseph the pass to Rivers. And then Rivers with the dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And Booker kicks to Miles. There's the screen. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Charlotte. B-Train's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Back to Joseph. And here's Garcia. Out to the right wing. Joseph, the pass to Wolf. 5 on the clock. Here's Wilkes, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Here's the dish to Booker over Wilkes. And the shot is long. Charlotte's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. The feed to Joseph. Hey, Brent, with the size and speed of NBA athletes, could we see the court widened out at some point, whether it's the lane or even the boundaries widened?
That's a great question, Kevin. I often thought that the league should widen the court to the point where the 23-9 3-point line should be an exact semicircle.
Is the same, yes.
Which would extend the court another couple feet on each end and create more space, more driving opportunities, more room to watch the greatest athletes in the world do what they do best. That's run, jump, pass, and entertain us. So maybe the league looks at it. Right now, I don't think there's any plans for it, but it's a great question.
Here's Garcia. Back to Joseph. Shoots over Livingston. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got 4 this quarter.
You know what? That's a shot that great players can make.
Livingston passes to Higgins. Hardaway for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And Miles kicks to Booker. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the jam. Joseph with the ball. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't always look as emotionally charged nowadays. Is there a way you think to get that back?
Well, the first thing I do, Kevin, is not try to manufacture anything. The second thing I would avoid is please don't bring up the Lakers-Celtics rivalries in the 80s. And the last thing I would make you conscious of is the fact that, look, players are moving around so often that it's hard to get years and years of the same matchup with the same guys on the roster. Now, look, accept the competition for what it is, and if we get another one where teams are facing one another more often, then let's enjoy it for what it is.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's B-Train. Joseph dishes to Garcia. Here's the screen. Back to Joseph. Here's Rivers. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And he gets the bucket. 32 points for Joseph.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Livingston passes to Booker. That's tipped. Now Joseph kicks it out to Garcia. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Butler, he's checked in for Hardaway. Charlotte calls timeout. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player, create a great positive environment around your star.
Garcia goes in, feeds it to Cook. Pass to B-Train, kicks it to Cook. Here's B-Train, defended by Miles. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Big Daddy's checked in for the Hornets. Fresh comes in for Campbell. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. They set the screen. Livingston kicks to Booker. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Charlotte.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joseph.
He painted a great picture on the offensive end with the ball movement tonight, really racked up some assists, and had some pretty sweet passes to go along with it.
Higgins passes to Livingston. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes.
So hard for guards to contest Sean Livingston on shots like that.
Here's Doyle. Kicks it out to Garcia. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Garcia against Butler. About 7 seconds. Game clocks. Back to Livingston. Butler on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Cook. Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. It doesn't go either for Butler.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
That's good from Garcia. And so Garcia nails both of them. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.